YN says, why is there such a punishment that there is a risk in seeing it? YN starts searching on the internet, but Taehyung tries to stop her from searching and starts teasing her, starts pinching her hair and cheeks. And finally YN does a search on the internet and she finds some videos and websites. Taehyung says with smirk, baby, I'll give you a suggestion, turn down the volume of your phone. YN asks, why? Taehyung says, just do it baby girl. At first YN tried to read the website. Before YN can read anything further, Taehyung takes the phone from YN's hand and click on a video. YN says, what are you doing, let me read it. Taehyung says, if you watch the video, you will understand it better. I wanted to show it to you practically, but you can also watch it, it will give you practice. But she does not pay attention to Taehyung's words and looks at the video curiously. She wanted to know, what kind of punishment is it that he wants to give her, and she had heard this word for the first time, so she wanted to know about that for her journal knowledge. YN has seen a woman and a man in the video. The man is standing and the woman is on her knees in front of the man. Taehyung was looking at YN's face, he wanted to see what YN's facial expression. Taehyung thought that YN would not watch the video for long and would close it, but seeing the way YN was eager to see in her curiously, Taehyung was now getting jealous and snatched the phone from her hand. YN irritates and says, Tae, let me see, don't bother. Taehyung says, you don't need to watch any video, do you understand? YN says, let me see what I want to see, understand? Give me my phone, I want to see. Taehyung says, I told you you won't look. YN says angrily, now won't you let me see anything from my own? Taehyung says, no, you cannot watch such videos without my permission. YN says angrily, shouting on him, and you should also keep it in your mind that I don't need to take any permission from you. Taehyung says, really baby girl? YN says, yes. I will not keep quiet if you do this. Taehyung says, I wish we were in our house at that time, I wouldn't let you go out of the bedroom without showing and teaching you the whole thing practically. I won't let you go out until you know it well. After saying this, Taehyung starts putting YN's phone in his pocket, then YN immediately snatches the phone from Taehyung's hands and starts clicking on the video and watching it. And as YN watches the video, her eyes remain wide open because she sees that she has seen in the video what that woman is doing with that man. YN immediately closes the video and looks angrily at Taehyung and starts hitting him with her hands. YN says, how dirty and lustful are you, you are a total pervert. You wanted to give me this punishment and you feel that I will let you do with me, never. Taehyung smirks. Don't forget, you had made a condition and you had promised that you would fulfill your promise. YN says angrily, promise goes to hell, I will teach you a good lesson. Saying this, YN started hitting Taehyung with her hands. Taehyung tries to save himself from YN's slap. Closing parenthesis. Taehyung says, ouch. Love, please stop, people are watching us. YN says while slapping him more, you should have thought about this before showing me this video. Then suddenly some children were playing football and their football came towards Taehyung and YN with great force, but YN was ahead of Taehyung, but Taehyung saw the football coming and that is why Taehyung pushed YN behind him, due to which the football hits Taehyung's head directly. YN is shocked to see the football hitting Taehyung's head. YN immediately holds Taehyung's head with her hands to check if he is hurt or not. YN asks worried tone, Tae, are you alright, are you hurt anywhere? Show me where you are hurt. Taehyung says with a fake cry, you were beating me, then why are you worried now whether I am hurt or not? YN says, now stop it Tae, now show me where you hurt. Taking advantage of YN's innocence, Taehyung pretends to have a head injury and pretends that he is feeling pain where the ball has hit his head. Taehyung says, YN, my head is hurting a lot, do something. He goes closer to her innocently and YN also checks Taehyung's head thoroughly to see if he has got any pain. Taehyung, if you kiss my head maybe the pain will go away. YN says, really? Taehyung nodded his head and YN softly kiss his forehead and says, are you okay or is your body hurting somewhere else too? Taehyung says, YN, I cannot tell you which places in my body hurt when you touch me or come near me, but still, for now. Taehyung takes YN's hand to his chest and then to his lips and says with smirk. Before YN could say anything, some children come and tell Taehyung. Children, uncle, please give us our basketball. Taehyung reply, oh you naughty kids, who taught you to play basketball like this? What if someone got hurt here? Taehyung starts scolding them, but YN stops him and says while giving basketball to the children. YN says, you guys should play, but be careful because there are elderly people here who can get hurt by your basketball. So be care now, go and play. In explains to children very softly and lovingly and give them their basketball. Children says with smile, okay honey. All the kids take the basketball from YN's hands and start going back to play basketball. Then one of the little boys turns back and looking at YN says, children, Unnie, please come and play with us. YN says, no I don't know how to play, please you go. Children says while looking at Taehyung, uncle, please tell your daughter to play with us. Taehyung says with shocked, what the foo? How dare you little brat. Children says, why are you getting angry as if I am kidnapping your daughter? I have asked for your permission to let her go to play with us. Taehyung says, she is my wife. Hearing Taehyung's words, all the children start laughing as if Taehyung had told a joke. Children says, lying is a bad thing uncle, didn't anyone teach you this? Taehyung says, naughty kid, I am telling you she is my wife, don't you understand? Children says, look at yourself, how big you are, how small she is in front of you, what is the proof that she is your wife and not your daughter? Taehyung says with frustrated, oh god, this little brat. Taehyung takes out his purse from his court blazer and shows the wedding photos of both Taehyung and YN. Taehyung says, now you believe that she is my wife and not my daughter. Children say to YN, Unnie, why did you marry this grumpy uncle? Taehyung says, what grumpy uncle? YN was enjoying listening to the conversation of the child and Taehyung. YN says, kids, don't worry, your grumpy uncle knows how to play basketball very well, he will teach you basketball right now, okay? All the kids say yes while screaming with excitement. Taehyung glares at YN but she pacifies him and says, Tae, you said you like kids, so go and play with them. Taehyung says, yes, I like children, but I want my own children, as cute as you. Not like this naughty kids. YN says, Tae, all kids are naughty. Now go and play with them. Taehyung refuses to leave YN because he wanted to spend the whole day with YN and wanted to devote his time only to YN, but YN persuades Taehyung and sends him to play with the children. YN was sitting there and watching YN and the child playing together. She was seeing how happy Taehyung was while playing with the children. After a while, Taehyung comes to YN and persuades her to play basketball with them. YN says, Tae, I don't how to play basketball. Taehyung says, come I will teach you. YN says, no. YN refuses but Taehyung picks her up in his arm bridal style and take her there and starts teaching her basketball. YN starts playing basketball with Taehyung and the kids, but whenever YN tries to score a goal, she is unable to score because basketball hoop is high. But Taehyung holds YN by the waist and lifts her in the air so that YN can score a goal in basketball hoop, and after goal Taehyung spin and swing her in air and all children clapping for her and enjoying their happy movements. Both of them get tired while playing and lie down on their mat. YN says, now I am tired, can we all go home now? Anyway, it is about to be evening. Taehyung looks at her face and joins his hands with YN while they both are laying on mat. Taehyung says, I have only shown you the trailer of my surprises, the real surprise is yet to come. YN asks, what? There are still more surprises to come. Taehyung says, yes darling. Keep your heart in control because you will be very happy after seeing my next surprise. After saying this, Taehyung takes YN in his car to a very big resort, which was completely decorated with roses and lights. Seeing this, YN becomes very happy. YN asks, have you done all this for me, decorated this resort for today? Taehyung says while hugging her, This resort is not just for today, this resort will remain decorated like this forever. I have bought this resort only for you, you are the owner of this resort. YN says with shocked, really? Taehyung replied, this is a Valentine's Day gift from me to you. I have built this resort for lovers like us. YN says, what was the need for all this Tae? I really don't need all this. Taehyung says while cupping her face with his hands, I told you that when I become a rich man I will fulfill all your wishes. You stood by me in my worst times, so now you deserve everything that belongs to me. My money, my time, everything is yours. He says and kisses her forehead. Taehyung holds YN's hand and takes her to their dining table where Taehyung had prepared a special table for candlelight dinner for them. Taehyung makes YN sit on her dining table and says, you had said that you wanted to have a candlelight dinner with me, but at that time I had nothing, and now that I have everything, I just want to fulfill all your wishes. YN says, thanks for making my day memorable. Taehyung says, most welcome my love, let's have your favorite dinner. You must be hungry. YN happily nodded her head. Taehyung and YN both were happily having their dinner when suddenly a girl comes towards Taehyung's table and tells Taehyung, Mia, Mr. Taehyung, do you recognize me? Taehyung replied, no, Mia, I am Mia, your new business partner. I am the new investor in your hotel restaurant. Taehyung says, okay. Mia says while looking at YN, can I take some of your precious time? I want to talk to you about something. Taehyung says, I don't have time right now, I am on holiday right now, but if there is something important then you can tell me right here. Mia, Mr. Kim, this is a little personal matter, can I talk to you in private? Taehyung says with a cold voice, no. Mia says, well, no problem, you will come tonight, I will talk to you at that time. Taehyung says, okay. YN feels a bit weird after listening to the conversation between the girl and Taehyung, that why would Taehyung go to meet the girl at night? Mia smiles and again says, Mr. Kim, can I know who is this girl with you? You are spending your Valentine Day. Don't get me wrong, I am just curious to know who is this lucky girl, as I can understand you are young and you can do whatever you feel like doing. Taehyung replied, she is not a girl, she is my legal wife. YN could clearly see the expression on the girl's face that when Taehyung introduces YN to the girl by calling her his wife, the girl's face turns pale and seems like a girl disappointed. Mia says with an evil smile, Mr. Kim, don't you think that you have got married in a hurry? You are still very young. You should have enjoyed your youth and had fun like other rich people do. You can't even imagine how many girls are desperate to date you, to marry you, to have a one-night stand with you. Taehyung gets very angry after hearing the girl's words, but he tries to control his anger because he did not want to ruin such a special day for him and YN because of this girl. Taehyung says with cold tone, almost warning her, Miss Mia, you may leave now. I want some privacy. And in the end, after hearing Taehyung's cold warning voice, the girl immediately leaves from there. Taehyung noticed that YN's mood was a little off because of the girl's talk. Taehyung holds YN's hand and kisses her knuckles. Taehyung says, I am sorry love. YN says with cute sad pouts voice, always stay away from bad women, they are witches. Taehyung says smiling, my wife's orders are my obedience. Saying this, both of them happily eat their dinner. Half an hour later, after having dinner, then the hotel manager comes to Taehyung near the dining table and tells him and YN and wishes then. Maneger, many congratulations to both of you for your new marriage. I hope that you both will like my room management and decoration. I have prepared a room for both of you. After saying this, the manager gives the room keys to Taehyung and Taehyung starts taking YN to the hotel room. YN asks, Tae, why are we going to the hotel room, will we not go home now? Taehyung says, baby girl, I don't think we will be able to go back home today. YN asks, why? Are you going to give me some more surprises? She asked with excitement. Taehyung smiles looking at her and says, I'll tell you that when I go into the room. YN says, Tae, please tell me now, please I'm tired. Taehyung says, oh baby girl, we are almost there, he says, and pick her up into his arm bridal style and take her to their hotel room. Taehyung opens the room's door with the key and asks YN to come in. The room was completely dark. YN back off towards Taehyung as her back hit to Taehyung chest and TAE switch on the room light, and the scene that YN sees after that makes her face turn pale because the hotel room was completely decorated with candles and rose petals. The entire bed was covered with rose petals, just like this room is decorated on the occasion of someone's honeymoon or on someone's first night. YN turns towards Taehyung to ask him what all this is and why. But the next words of TAE make her frozen in her place. Taehyung says, "Are you ready for your punishment, baby girl?" YN asks scared, "What are you saying?" Taehyung says, "You are going to fulfill your punishment, baby girl." YN said immediately in a timid voice, "No, no." Taehyung reply, "You will, baby girl." He stepped towards her as YN backing up to maintain distance between them. Taehyung says while decreasing distance between them as YN fell down on bed on her back. Taehyung says, "I am not make love with you tonight, sweetheart." YN says in shatter voice, "No. You are not going to do anything," she says while crawling back on bed. Taehyung says, "I will definitely do that, baby girl, if you will not fulfill your promise to that punishment." Taehyung says, "I told you I will teach you everything with practically." YN says, "So you bring me here to punish me not for celebrating our Velentine day." He leaned down on YN level and Taehyung also get on bed to reach on YN as YN still crawling back for her life as her back touch headboard of bed as Taehyung smirks, found her trapped between Taehyung and headboard. She looks at both sides immediately to get down from bed, but before she even moved, Taehyung cage her between his hands. Taehyung says, "Where are you going, baby girl? Good girl never run from his punishment." YN says, "If I had known that this is what your punishment meant, I would never have accepted this punishment." Taehyung replied, "But since you have accepted it, now you will have to fulfill the punishment."